Wai'uli. This is a song I wrote, or started at least, a few months back when I was in Hilo for my daughter Rebecca's graduation, and I ended up playing it on the news that day. It was the May 9th news has me, I think I called it May 8th, but anyway. And a few people had expressed an interest in learning this song. A couple of my students here and somebody online had asked about it as well. So I figured I'd put a lesson together for it and kind of break down some of the ideas in here. This is not a song that exactly has to go any way. There's a chord progression and a melody and then a little and some filler. So it's typical of taking a song with just just playing a melody. Nah, I don't want to do that one. Never mind. Okay, but and combining the melody with bass notes and chords and then some filler notes. And so in this song, what we're going to do is take a look. We're really going to start not at the beginning. We're going to start at section A, page 3. Because what happens in there is the melody gets stripped down to no other accompaniment other than the bass and the melody. So before I start walking through this part, I'd encourage you to take a look at the music, but start with page 3 and our tune. And there's a little bass stuff happening. That's it. That's our little 8-measure theme. And then we have a bass part that goes along with it. Same bass line again. With a little passing bass. Then we have, so that's the two main elements of the A section. The bass line that ends up being a chromatic descent later, a diatonic descent, diatonic meaning just part of the scale, and then a chromatic one later on going from D to C sharp to C to B flat and to A, just a straight chromatic descent, whereas in the beginning we had a diatonic descent, D, C sharp, B to G. So, okay, let's see. What else did I want to tell you about this song? Not too much. Oh, again, it was written or started on a sunrise at the beach park called Wai'uli. down near Richardson Bay Beach Park, or Richardson Ocean Park in Hilo, and hope to be going back there soon. But I'm gonna put this out in you know, a little drip feed manner, so that we'll start with that first part, and you're welcome to tackle. I'll put the whole music up all at once, but I'll have, you know, succeeding following segments going through each of the parts. The more elaborate A version, or A section, the decorated A section, the B section, and then the coda that ended up being something that was done much later, when I just needed to tie up, not much later, but a couple months later, as I wanted to have just a way to end it with something different. So, okay, in the next segment I will walk through the stripped down version of the A section. Well, this song really materialized from just playing a D chord and thinking about this bass line, C sharp in the bass, to kind of a G chord with B in the bass, and then resolving it down to the G in the bass. So that's what we have happening in the bass line for the first two measures of the A section. D, reach for the C sharp with your fourth finger. You're going to get the B with your first finger, and then the G with your second finger. So our D chord, I'm going to still keep a D chord on most of the time, even when I'm playing the bare bones version. So there is our melody, 4/16 notes on beat 2. 1, 2, and then the C sharp in the bass. And then a little hammer on, although that doesn't need to be when we get into the third measure of this section. And then we get to the B in the bass, and then the next two melody notes, the D and the G, and then we get to the G in the bass. So again, the bass part, very simple, D,